its own today, you know. Hello, everyone. This is Plague Doctor here with you all on Orion Drift for the NA Swiss bracket. I'm excited to bring this all to you and to have you all here. So far, right now, we have these two teams matching up. Syndicate, we have versus Tyro Knights. Pushing it up the field. Looks like Demon VR hoping to get a score. Saving the shot for their team. Trying to just figure out if they can get this off. You're still waiting on the... apologies.
Ball gets deflected.
Go ahead.
Purple now has possession of the ball. Looks like they're doing good ball movement. Pink now takes back possession of the ball. They try to clear the pass. Purple still has possession. They pass to... Frick. They shoot and they score. Purple scores. Frick. Now Pink has possession of the ball. My bad.
Awesome Sauce taking the ball for their team, pushing it up the field towards Halo, getting blocked off by CMT. Ball goes up the field in the hands of Otaku, doing some ceiling carving, some dribbling, hoping to push up. There is a goalie for the other side, but it gets blocked off by the defenders. Pushing up towards the field. Oh, goodness, we have Future pushing up towards, gets a crossbar shot, barely misses it out. Future again going for some boost, hopes to pass back to his team on Logo. Otaku gets the ball, gets denied again by the goalie, hoping to push up. Now ready for CMT. Getting the ball in hand, pushing it to his teammates on Logo, pushing it up and getting it above the goalie, giving them their first score of the match. I'm Cheap gets it in hand.
Nice goal. I'm Cheap now has possession of the ball. He's going down middle. He goes for a shot and he misses. It gets blocked by Purple. They clear the ball downfield. Looks like Pink tries to get the ball back. Awesome Sauce now has possession. He gets tackled. Purple now has back possession of the ball. It looks like they're doing dribbling down the court. It's a goal wide open, and it gets deflected.
Now we have Chep pushing up towards the wall, hoping to get the shot off again. He's getting chased by a few of these players, goes out, gets stolen. Goal advantage happens, and we have CMT getting a shot off for their team. Awesome Sauce, unfortunately losing the ball, hoping to push it up the field again. Now getting it up. One on the right, one on the left, passing it across Mound. Crazy trying to grab it again, but it's taken by Future as well as his teammate Otaku. Dribbling it up the field, getting a lot of punches off, hoping to block off these players from getting any shot attempts. Long shot attempt, but Future gets it back, hoping to go for maybe a pass across Mound to their team. Bit of a... it bounces a little bit on the pass, passing it up towards Chep. Passing it above the goalie, misses, but goes for the double tap. Cleared by Awesome Sauce. Getting it in hand again for Purple Team.
It's a little tackling here. Pink now gets possession of the ball. Looks like Purple's getting down for defense. There's a little tackling down there, fighting for the ball. Purple now has possession for the ball. They go for a shot, and they score! Wow. Good goal.
That was amazing.
Well done to these two teams. Having some fantastic gameplay. Chep again pushing it up. However, right now, we have a pretty definite advantage so far. I believe Tyro Knights just getting some good shots off. Future's trying to push the ball up, but getting denied by Otaku and his team. Getting ball in hand, passing it straight towards the other side. That would be a fantastic shot attempt if there was not a goalie. Awesome gets it in hand, hoping to pass it out. Gets denied by the stack coming up behind him as CMT pushes it up towards the goal. Passes it out to his teammate up in the air. Has to pass it again to his teammate Otaku, still holding it. Dribbling it against the ceiling, hoping to pass it out to his team on Mound. Future has it in hand, passes it to the goalie. Goalie goes for the clear, but it gets stolen again by Otaku. Passing it back and forth on the 2v4. Now a player up on bridge able to get it, but CMT getting punched out. Meaning the clear can go off for I'm Chep. Back into the corner.
Pink now has possession of the ball. They're going downfield. Gets tackled. Now Purple almost had possession of the ball. Now Pink takes the ball back. Do a little passing plays right here. They're fighting over the ball. They're trying to steal possession. Purple now has possession of the ball. Otaku has the ball. He's dribbling down the court. He's going downfield. Looks like he's dribbling, trying to get a shot off for a passing play here. He's on right bridge. And he shoots and he
Fantastic
scores.
shot, and that is the first round in the favor of the purple team. Which, looking at purple team, we do have Otaku on that team. Syndicates getting the first round for themselves. We'll be back with the second round after a short intermission.
It's showtime!
Looks like I'm Cheap has possession of the ball, going down middle. Open shot attempt, and he misses. It gets deflected by purple team. They go for a shot attempt, and they score. That was a good shot by pink. Otaku has ball going downfield. It looks like he's dribbling. Pink trying to play defense right here. Maybe a passing play. Open goal. There was goalie. 1v2. Goes for a shot, and it gets deflected. Pink still has possession of the ball. They clear ball downfield.
Futures has it in hand. Trying to get the clear off. Now trying to push it out. Just getting, ball chasing a little bit as Demon tries to block it off. Gets juked out just a little bit. Now going through sewers, pushing it up. Getting contested by 3 players. Doesn't matter. And we have CMT getting the goal for his team over on Syndicates.
Driftball frenzy restarts.
They clear ball downfield. Purple takes possession back ball. They're going downfield. Open goal. 1v2. He gets deflected. He gets a little punch right there. He's having good ball control here. He loses ball. Pink clears the ball downfield. CMT going for ball. They're going to fight for the ball here. It looks like Pink has possession of the ball. They go for a passing play, and no one is there. Purple takes possession back. They're fighting for the ball. CMT is open downfield. Ball goes to CMT.
It's off with the push.
Tackled. Good defense by Pink here.
Now we have CMT pushing up the field, but not before Future can get there. Passing it up, but getting taken away by Crazy as Otaku picks it up, hoping to clear it out to the other side. Can't get the ceiling carve off. Running out of boost. Just over and over running out of boost. They need to collect more, but they don't have much. These bigger arenas just require you to move a lot more space. It requires you to have a lot more strategy when it comes to getting the ball up the field. Now we have Awesome Sauce hoping to push it up the field, getting stolen by these Tyro Knights players. Getting it down, ball above their heads, barely can't get it off. CMT hoping to go for another shot attempt, but losing it to these pink players, pushing it up the field. Awesome Sauce getting a pass. Ball goes in, and that is another score for Syndicates.
Good for Syndicates right there.
Resumes.
Pink has possession of the ball. They clear the ball downfield. Purple takes possession back. Looks like they're fighting over the ball here. They're trying to get a pass off. Fighting over the ball here. Ball goes to middle. Shot attempt here. Ball, he gets deflected with a little punch there. Looks like Pink's trying to take ball downfield. They pass it back to I am cheap. Purple trying to get ball here. He's dribbling the ball downfield. Purple hits I'm cheap. I'm cheap tries to get ball possession back, going down sewers. CMT there, shot attempt, and it gets hit. Almost got a goal there, but he didn't quite get it.
It's just a huge battle in the sludge, as Nightfire would put it. Down in the sewers, passing their stuff quickly all around. Crazy died, now hoping to get his hands on the ball as Future gets it on, hoping to throw it out. Now quickly, Awesome Sauce gets his hands on the ball, passing it back towards his own side. Otaku gets it in hand, hoping to pass it up towards the other side, but more punches coming through. We see so many tackles from them. I talked about it with Bob and Nightfire. Tackles are just the quintessential play you need to do on these games, and now with ball in hand for Tyro Knights, or for Syndicate, passing up the field. There is a goalie, there's 3 defenders, getting around, carving it out, but getting the crossbar, hoping to get it figured out, but Crazy gets the ball in hand. Back again, 4 seconds. It's Future who goes for the shot, gets blocked off by the goalie. Again, the stack here for offense, just getting the ball time and time again, but this time it's grabbed by I'm Chep, who hopes to get the clear off once and for all for their team.
And the final whistle blows.
Looks like Purple's going for ball. They're trying to get the ball downfield, trying to get good ball movement here.
The heart-stopping moments.
And that is the round. We'll be back for round 3 after a short ad.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Spud in the bottom, going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Wow.
Prepare to start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Spud in the bottom, going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Wow.
Match point.
Looks like Otaku's taking possession of the ball, dribbling ball downfield, trying to get a passing play or a goal here. He's going down middle. He has an open goal and he gets deflected. Goalie clears the ball downfield. Purple trying to get possession of the ball back. They're fighting over the ball. Pink is trying to get the ball as well. Otaku has possession of the ball. Pink's trying to take possession of the ball there. Otaku is now taking ball downfield, having a good dribble here. Trying to get a shot off, and it gets deflected, and he gets punched here. Pink is taking ball downfield.
Goes for the long shot. Barely misses it, but might get... Yep, he does get double tapped by Crazy. That'll be a point on the board for Tyro Knights, hoping to get it off. And I believe my mic was muted, unfortunately, folks, but we had to go to the ad break for a short technical issue on our end. Apologies. We're just, you know, we've having a tournament of this size. We've had a few technical difficulties, but we're working through it. We thank you all for your patience. Another score on the board for Tyro Knights, hoping to just figure out if they can get up. Awesome Sauce pushing it up to the rest of his team, hoping to go to Mound. Barely misses the pass to Mound, but gets it to Halo.
What a match!
And that is the round.
Ball. They hit the ball. That's round. Quick round there. Sorry for the technical issues.
Very sorry about that, folks, but we'll be back with another matchup after a short ad break. We'll be going into a new match.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody reinforce?
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point. Prepare to start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody reinforce?
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point. Prepare to
Okay,
strike.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. And somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point. Prepare to
Okay,
strike.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. And somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point. Prepare to
Only
strike.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2 hit.
Match point.